minutes and your match-winning lead.
Yeah, I was really happy with the first half. I thought we just one small defensive lapse there, but other than that, we decent control of the field position, which is something we haven't done for a number of weeks now. And I thought we rolled the sleeves up in the harder parts, which again, that's been a couple of weeks away. And then I was really pleased with the first half. And then to come out in the second half, we knew we had the first set after half time wasn't great, but after that we got back on the horse and knuckled down and took our opportunities.
Before that, what a story, Craig. I mean, we've seen too many better debuts than that, but he was electrifying. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think you summed it up for me. He's electric on his feet. He just coming up here. I just didn't. Wasn't sure what the conditions of it. Honestly, it has not stopped raining the last couple of days since we've been here, and didn't know what the track would be like. But it was thankfully firm underfoot, so he could use his footwork. He's just very elusive, and he's a really good person. Like he's a really good guy, really good person, really popular. And last night doing the jersey presentation was a great night for our team.
Does it give you a bit of a headache, Will, coming back next week?
I'll be a brave man not to pick Will, but Lockie's obviously showed that he's capable of that, and he does have utility value. So going forward, like now that you can see there's an NRL player there, we'll discuss selection later in the week. But Will Kennedy's very important to the team.
He got straight into it, didn't he? I mean, what did you make of that? I mean, on debut it was difficult, like you said. You could have sat back and just waited, but no, he went. What did you make of the way he approached his task?
Well, you probably need to. Like the guys played in the Olympics at the sevens. Like it's not like the big stage is not an issue for him, and the reason myself and Moons we wanted to sign him was for that reason. He's a developed athlete. Like he's turned 27 now, so. He's as an athlete, he's developed. He's got good power, good strength, and good fitness, and he's not scared of big moments. So, couple that with he's got a lot of education footy-wise to catch up on because he hasn't played the game for a number of years, but he's very studious. So once he gets that education and continues it, he's a good one.
Wade, I noticed you nodding pretty vigorously when Craig was talking about his popularity within the group. I mean, is he somebody that you enjoyed having around?
Yeah, he's just a good person, and he's obviously got a pretty cool story, right? He's gone to the Olympics. He played league as a junior. He went to the sevens, and he's a good person. And I remember when Fitzy called me, late last year and said we're going to have a crack at this guy, and we're pretty confident in his athletic ability, but he's come across, he's fit right in the pre-season. It never mattered whether he was left centre, right centre, in the halves, at fullback. He was just happy to learn. He showed a real willingness to learn, and I suppose you never really know how someone's going to go until they played, but it was good to see him pick up some loose ball and his explosive ability. That's what he's got in him. I couldn't be happier for him and his family, really, with a debut like that. So, just really happy for him.
What's the latest on Talakone, Craig? You seen it with the left ankle, I think?
Yeah, rolled his ankle. I don't know exactly how, but I don't think it's a syndesmosis. They tend to be a bit longer than lateral or medial ligaments, but I don't know exactly.
What about Nico, mate? Like, obviously you went back in a halfback. You want your half to come up with something when you need it. What did you make of that second half in particular?
He understood the flow of the game and not push the boundaries on how we've been playing, and I thought he kicked well, understood the battle, the field position, and then when an opportunity came, he iced it. So I thought it was a real polished performance, and defensively I thought he was really good tonight.
Is it good having Nico back in the halves, sort of running the show there?
Yeah, I know you guys spoke about a couple of the plays in the second half, but there was a couple of plays in the first half for me that really stood out. Like I know Jaden Campbell kicked the long ball, was actually a great kick and found some space and put us under the pump a bit, but then Nico stood right back up and kicked one straight back, and I feel like when we've got in the trouble this year, we haven't really respected the field position battle and the grind we need to get into, and the conditions sort of played into. That's how you had to play tonight because of the conditions, but I think we can, as a team, we can take a lesson from that. Even in removing the good conditions, that's the way we need to play the footy. We need to earn the right and play down in the opposition's end, and I thought Nico came up with some really good plays in the first half that really, gave us that, that period in the second half.
Yes, Craig, there's been a bit of talk about your road form, your home form's been good. Must be pleasing to come away from an away trip with a couple of points.
Yeah, we addressed that during the week a little bit, where the talk about the road form was we were beaten by Brisbane and at Suncorp. I thought we had a hell of an effort that night for what we'd been through in the previous weeks, but you can't make excuses for not winning on the night, right? So you got to take your medicine there. But we performed poorly in Brisbane last week. And not to take any credit away from Canberra's performance, because they outplayed us. That's what happened. And but other than that, we had a really good performance in Wollongong, which is away, and in Melbourne. I don't think we lost any respect on how we played in Melbourne. So it's been the 2 Queensland games which sort of have hanging on our minds as much as everyone else's. So it was good to get a performance north of the border today.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.